Hi, everybody. It's late in the evening for many of you, so I'm not sure um, if anybody's going to be up. I was waiting around for a little bit just because I already did some live readings earlier, and I wasn't sure if anybody was actually going to show up. And so I didn't want to not come on after all there. It was a couple of you that was like, oh, there you are. Okay. I figure you would be coming around at some point. I was on earlier and I felt bad that you and Cyril both missed. So I decided to come on actually just looking for a couple of you who were looking for me yesterday. And so I'm basically doing this for you guys, okay? Um, but for many, it's kind of late for them. It's after 8 o'clock here, and I'm on the West Coast, right? So many of you, did you check out the new video that I just posted today? It's a good one. Oh, it's a good one. So yeah, it's a good one. Everybody should listen to it. It's a really good one. All right. So for all of those who are tuning in, not sure what's going on, I do some mini personalized mini readings. And for many of you out there, you could even resonate it with it as well as for you. I give all sorts of advice to assist others to let go of relationships that are no longer serving them. I'll check in to see if it is a soul contract, unrequited love, if it is a lesson, or if it is something about a wound that you are working through. I'm here to assist all of you, just like I have myself. I do understand twin flames. I do write about twin flames. I've been coaching a long time about twin flames. And unfortunately, twin flames is truly about an evolution of healing. So, twin flames show up when you are needing that teacher, needing that mirror to see yourself. All right. So, RK, you asked yesterday. So let's check in. I'm assuming for you. All right. RK. The Tower. So we're going to start off with you are pulling the Tower. And the Tower has a lot to do with a sudden change that's going on in your energy. All right. There is something that was unstable and perhaps a wound. Speaking of wounds, perhaps a wound, because it seems like there was a weakness here that wasn't obvious before, but somehow something has come out where the it's like, and I'm looking at like a wound, and this wound has always been there, but it wasn't really obvious before because on the outside everything looks fantastic. It looks strong, it looks beautiful, it looks fantastic. But unfortunately, something has happened where it caused chaos. And chaos happens quite frequently when it's about a reaction. All right. It's like there is movement of action and there is reaction, and the reaction is causing a falling apart. I see this sometimes when somebody is not in alignment because they overreacted, they didn't feel prepared, or they just felt like, I don't know what to do. So, the current energy between you and your person, what is the shared emotional frequency right now between you two? I'm getting the Judgment upside down. This tells me that there is a possibility of a blockage. This blockage seems not to it seems like there's probably a blockage where it doesn't feel called for. It feels like, oh, there's no coming back to this. There's no recovery here. Um there's I don't even want to look at it. So, right now I'm looking at trauma and I'm looking at Judgment upside down. And so, this is something about not being able to really look back at the past. And so the current energy between you is feeling pretty hopeless. Feeling pretty hopeless. Your energy towards them, you've got the Knight of Swords upside down. Knight of Swords upside down has a lot to do with they're not. So usually Knight of Swords is somebody who can come in and be impulsive, be forward, be direct, and then get out of town real fast. Your energy towards them is kind of like the opposite. Um, you were slow to warm up to them. You weren't really even interested, but then it seems like once they left, oh, then you want them. And so you tend to fall into that category where you long for, it's kind of like, oh, you just triggered this interest and you're not even sure where it's coming from. And so that longing, that need for them to return really has nothing to do with you and them, but the triggering of a wound of your childhood always needing to be validated, like there was some missing piece of in your childhood of them, to to provide the nurturing care and support that you deserve. And so, yeah, this is somebody that was cautious and guarded, but now it seems like they really want what they can't have. Their energy towards you is King of Swords. And the King of Swords is their true vibration towards you, just not what they show. And this card often reveals that, they're just being logical about everything, right? They're emotionally detached. They're just like, I'm just being very serious about, you know, things. You may have not seemed that you were interested in me, but when I left, it just seems like you were really interested. And so, what's really blocking this connection? Really, this energetic interference is a lot to do with this Queen of Pentacles. And so, Queen of Pentacles has a lot to do with insecurities, has a lot to do with how comfortable you make this person feel or not. So, do you see value in yourself? Do you feel worthy of a real true relationship? Because this is the thing. There is something about insecurities that's coming through, whether it's you or them. And so, what are you meant to learn from this? And you've got the Knight of Cups. If you notice, these are all like personality type of judgments, and so these are based on energies of, the shifts of realities. And what you are meant to learn from all of this soul evolution and growth, this is how to be tactful and graceful, because the Knight of Cups is a real romantic at heart. And it has a lot to do with understanding love takes time. When two people get to know each other, it does take time. It does seem to grow through a bond. And that's why being friends is just as important when you're dating someone. And so, what you're meant to learn is what is love and what is patterns that are being reflected through connections that you've had in the past. So, what action should you take, if any? And I've got the Ace of Swords upside down. And so, this has a lot to do with pulling back. This has a lot to do with taking a step back. Ace of Swords is in reverse, means to pull back, and swords is a lot to do with communication and promises. And you know yeah, you may have pulled back since 8 months, but maybe you have to pull back your energy. Like, just because you're not communicating with them doesn't mean you pulled back your energy, because they can still feel you. And so I'm seeing that it's time for you to, pull your energy back, call your energy back. Like that video that I was telling you about up here, the watch the violet flame cord cutting ritual here. Click on that link and watch it after we're done here. It will, like, watch the whole video. It would be very important for you to do so. And watch it and listen to what I have to say. It's just really important. So, what action should you take? It's showing here to take a step back, redirect your energy, put it into your passions, put it into things that you promise yourself. The potential outcome that I have here for the next 1 to 3 months is you don't see any potential with this relationship. You don't see a future with this person. You need to let go. You need to leave behind. Okay, what you need to do is stop taking this energy and repeating it with another person. That video that I'm guiding you to watch has a lot to do with taking your energy and really bringing your energy back to yourself and seeing where. And I want you to work with the journal. I want you to work with the belief systems that I'm talking about in there. I want you to work with the affirmations. I want to work with some of the tools that I've been offering you, because I really want you to pay attention to how you're manifesting and why, because this is the karmic lessons that are coming through, is that if you only want someone when they no longer want you, then that's not love. That is a reaction to them leaving you. So, you know there is something that you may have to address in yourself that comes from, you know, a wound that you may have created an earlier time. And so it's important for you to see that it's time for you to walk away. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to leave behind. Because if you want to start something new, you can't start or plan until you are ready to reboot your energy so that you don't bring this energy into something new because you don't want to repeat the same cycle again. I am getting that you have some work to do, and it's hard to look forward to something new until you're ready to, you know, pull those sleeves up and just like, you know, I know you want your soulmate. There is no reason at all why you can't manifest your soulmate. But I would not want to manifest a soulmate from an energy that is in this energy of attracting someone who is not choosing you, from someone who is um, being cold and emotionally unavailable. All right, because your person is completely emotionally unavailable. And so that's the thing, is where is your energy and how is it actually manifesting has a lot to do with, and I'm not saying that you can't have a person, there's always that potential that if you, let's look at that. All right. So let's look at this. If RK If RK was to get serious, listen and fully to the video, paid attention to the video, listen to the video, listen and did the inner work video, did some journaling, really looked at her attachment issues, looked at the wound video, did some work, actually made some effort. Would this change her outcome in the next 1 to 3 months? Absolutely. I've got death card, complete transformation. You will find that the endings, here I'll show you this card. Look at this. Transformation, endings and change. It's exactly what you want. You've been lying to yourself for so long. It's time to really get to the truth of what is going on. You haven't been healing. In fact, you've been in chaos. You didn't know really what to do. The more I keep on asking, I keep on seeing cycles continuing again and again and again. Yeah. So it's time for you to see that you're worthy. It's time for you to see that you are the prize. It's time for you to see that you are, it is very important for you to see that you are a very important person. But right now, the relationships that you're attracting is based on a wound, and you're finding people that want you, and you know that they're not for you. That's why you don't want them. But then when they leave, it triggers some wound that needs to be healed in you, if that makes sense. So you want a king of wands, but you keep on getting pages, immature, people who don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to be passionate. They don't know how to be daring. They don't know how to take the lead. And then you have to start doing all the work. And it doesn't feel good, right? You know, they can't seem to communicate. You just, you know, or there's ones who want to communicate and they don't want anything else, right? So it's important for you to keep realizing that the more you keep looking outside of yourself, you're not going to find it, because your energy is being projected to all of these men who are showing you they are not the prize. You are. They are not the prize. You are. And when you start looking, do the mirror work. I got, okay, in that video, it's up above. In the video, there is a cord cutting ritual, there is affirmations, there is mirror work, there is self care, all sorts of things in that video. It's amazing. Go listen to it. And maybe next weekend we'll check again, okay? It depends on the time that you have. If you have time to do it daily, that might be great. And maybe what we'll do is we'll check in again next weekend and see how things, happen and turn out for you, okay? Why don't we check your energy again next weekend? We have in 2 weeks Saturn going in retrograde. Saturn is about responsibility, and it's about past life karma. It's about, well, Saturn represents karma. So I think that this next 4 months is going to be very transformative for you. Your card said it. Your card said if you do this work, it's going to transform you completely. Right? You've been checking in with me every single weekend. You know, I have all sorts of things that's available on my website and all sorts of information in my videos, and they're all for free. All right. So check in again with me next weekend. And update. So I'm moving to a different residence. And because I'm so close to my work, I'll be able to check in daily after work. Sometimes my commute is very, very long, and it makes it really hard for me to check in. But if I am moving to a residence that's really close to my work, it's going to make it a little easier for me to check in more often, and I'll be more connected to hear my channel. All right. All right. So I hope that helps. Don't be a negative and thinking anything is bad. Be blessed that this really means it's time that the tower gets rebuilt again. And this time, when we build this tower, it's going to have nice, strong footing, and it won't come down again. All right. All right. If you want, go and listen, like right up above, click that link above. There is a video. It's in my second comment. It says, watch the full violet flame cord cutting ritual here. Listen to that. And it would be nice. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And hopefully it gives you some start with the journal prompts and the mirror work and everything. It has a lot for you to start right there. All right. And we'll do a reading for you next weekend. Okay. All right. So I'll see you then. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to come on anymore tonight, but I just wanted to jump on just to make sure that I touched base with you. I know that you were trying to reach out, and I just didn't have the time yesterday. I can only do a limit. It may have been a long time, but Sometimes what it is I have to do limits to how many because I have to make sure that my energy I get really, really dizzy when I go and do too many readings. And so I have to really um yeah, I had all sorts of, so what is that? The universe is trying to also say, hey, it's about alignment, right? Everything is for a reason. Absolutely. All right. So, okay, we'll touch base next weekend. I'll look for your message in your comment in the video. And I'll let everybody go. All right. Unless anybody else is joining us. All right. Take care. Yeah. Go enjoy the video. It's a good one. It really is. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the videos myself because they're really good.